One of the bright spots of the 2018 season has been the emergence of Andy Suarez. The Giants rookie has stepped up and he's pitched like a veteran. Tonight, it's another NL West showdown with Paul Goldschmidt and the D-backs, who are in the dead heat with the Dodgers for the top spot in the West. Game 3 of the series next. We've got a late afternoon game here in the desert as we come to you from Chase Field. This is Game 3 of this 4-game series. Giants D-backs, welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and is powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, each team has won a game in this series. The game got away from the Giants early yesterday, and I think, Mike, that's probably something that the Giants will try to prevent. Not get down early and score some runs.
Well, once again, they turn to another rookie. They turn to Andy Suarez, and they say, listen, keep us in the game. Well, why wouldn't they say that? He's done that just about every time he's been out there. In fact, the Giants, 2 of the last 3 games he's been out there, he hasn't particularly pitched as good as he can. They've still won 2 of those games. Also, the hottest hitter on the Giants right now, it's another rookie, Austin Slater. The last 10 games, hitting .429, including 2 big, 2 out, 2 strike RBIs last night. Let's see what the kids do tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And the D-backs and Dodgers come in today with the same record, tied for first place. All right, stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Jack in the Box. Try the $5.99 Jack Spicy Chicken Club combo with toasted sourdough. New from Jack in the Box. And by SoFi, a modern finance company.
D-backs take the field here in the desert. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Great time to get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open every day. 107 outside, it's 80 inside. The roof is closed. Let's get to the starting lineup for the Giants, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be McCutcheon, Hernandez, and Longoria. Crawford will be the cleanup hitter, then Austin Slater, who's swinging the bat right now. Panic, Hundley, Duggar, Suarez, no Posey.
On the hill tonight for the Arizona Diamondbacks will be the right-handed veteran Clay Buchholz, 6'3", 195-pounder. Buchholz will be 34 in about 10 days. And he is in his 10th year at the big league level. And 9 starts this year. He's 4-1 with a 2.65 ERA. He's been throwing the ball great. When he throws the ball great, you're going to see a 90-ish fastball. He'll 2 and 4 seam. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup. And he'll throw anything at any time. The righties, lefties. He's a control specialist. And not an easy guy to steal off of. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Clay Buchholz. Starting in their outfield from left to right, it's going to be Peralta, Pollock, and Souza. The best arm in right field was Souza. Ahmed and Escobar, they'll be on the left side of the infield. Marte and Goldschmidt on the right side. Jeff Mathis, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. Arizona leads the National League in defense. They've made the fewest amount of errors as a team. They've made 44. The Giants have made 71. There you see Buster Posey with the night off. Giants are optimistic about Posey. He is in the concussion protocol, but they think he may be able to start tomorrow.
At first base.
At first base.
So we are just about ready for the first pitch of this ball game. Sit back and enjoy it on a late afternoon Saturday night, and the first pitch is on its way, and it's a called strike.
Let's take a look how they defend against Andrew McCutcheon. They'll fill up the left side of the infield. That's our StatCast AI, powered by AWS.
Of all the Giants, he has hit, their right-handed hitters, he has hit more ground balls up the middle and right into the shift. 10 years ago, he'd probably have 25 more hits this year. Here's the 0-2. Home plate umpire. Let's get right to it. Bill Welke, Morales, Randazzo, Barrett, first to third.
Bill Welke's a good strike zone to throw to. I mean, we've seen a lot of good pitcher strike zones in this series. Welke, no exception. He'll give you knee highs, he'll give you belts, and he's got some width on both sides of the plate with his corners.
So swing the bat, right?
Swing the bat.
That's what the people came to see. People swinging the bat. And umpires can have a lot to do with dictating that. Here's Bochy enjoying the sunlight. And a base hit to right field. Right off the end of the bat. Why did it look like Boch was the only guy at the beach here in this ballpark?
Well, he was in that slot. They do have windows at the side of the rooftop here. And obviously the roof is going to be closed this time of year. I think it's 110 outside. And a little sun comes across the field this time of night. There you go. You need shades even if you're indoors here. She's got it figured out.
Yeah. Here's Gorkis Hernandez. Gorkis did not start last night. Came in as a pinch hitter. Gorkis went 0 for 1. Started on Thursday. And went 2 for 5.
Well, they haven't quite changed the SF. They still have Texas playing the D-backs tonight on the scoreboard.
This is popped straight up. And it's Escobar. And he's going to make the catch.
Yeah, just a little glitch. There we go. I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Third baseman, number 10.
Hey, we've arrived.
We just got into town about 5 seconds ago. Here's Longoria. Longoria's got 56 at bats lifetime against Buchholz. He's 12 for 56, 5 doubles and 2 home runs. Those numbers coming from both players' days in the American League East.
Buchholz broke into the big leagues with the big leagues, really with quite a splash. His second big league start, he threw a no-hitter against Baltimore Orioles. That's how you make an impression.
McCutchen with 9 steals.
And Buchholz does have a quick move to first base, and he's quick out of the stretch. He's not an easy guy to steal off of. Jeff Mathis, the Diamondbacks catcher, has a very strong arm. So stealing a base tonight, you got to earn it.
And another pop up, but this one's out of play. Longoria 1 for 5. He hit the home run in the first inning on Thursday. And then he picked up a couple of hits yesterday. He was 2 for 4. Giants won 8-1 on Thursday, and they lost last night by a score of 6-3. High, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chris Stratton allowed 5 runs in the first inning last night, and then came back and allowed another run in the second. And he and Kelby Tomlinson were sent back to Sacramento today. Foul down the left field line. Pierce Johnson and Derek Law replacing those two on the roster. So they are here and they are available.
Well, and the Giants basically go with a 9-man bullpen tonight to protect themselves. This is the month where bullpens are really exposed. We've seen it around baseball. The last week we've seen a lot of really high run scoring games. 25 runs in one game, 21 runs, 17, 15. It can happen this time of year. Arms are tired.
High fly ball for Souza. 2 outs. And here's Crawford.
Shortstop,
Today
number
numbers aren't
35,
so bad.
Crawford.
See a lot of games just underway. The Milwaukee, however, did drop an early 6 spot on the Rockies. They lost a really tough one in the 9th inning last night and down 6-0 right now. Yeah, Travis Shaw grand slam in the first inning. So here's Crawford. Crawford with a swing and a miss. Maybe got a piece. It's no balls and 1 strike. Crawford 1 for 3 in his career against Buchholz. And Crawford is 0 for 8 in this series. Both the Diamondbacks and Dodgers with a record of 61 and 50. McCutchen got a great jump, and there's a foul out of play. He could have stole that standing up. You can't really ask the hitter to take a pitch.
Well, that is good a jump. I mean, he had like 2 steps into it before Buchholz even moved. And the last thing you're supposed to do when you're in your stretch, after you've got your sign and you know what you want to do, the last thing you do is just give a look to the guy first.
Crawford shoots one just below Dave Fleming, and then it ricochets down below. There's Dave, who was ready to go. I mean, if he'd had a shot at it, he'd have barehanded it.
Well, it lit up the radio booth, that's for sure.
Oh, 0-2 to Crawford. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Andy Suarez coming out. It's 0-0. Suarez will be facing, and that lineup, the D-backs lineup, is brought to you by Southwest Star Airlines. It's Peralta, who's red hot, followed by Escobar, Goldschmidt, and then Pollard. Souza will hit fifth, and it's Ahmed, Marte, and Mathis. Buckles will hit ninth.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the left-handed rookie Andy Suarez. Suarez, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. He is 25 years of age, and this is what he has done in 18 starts his rookie year. 4-6 with a 4.11 ERA. You're going to see a fastball that'll go low to mid 90s, and he will 2-4 seam. He'll look to establish the inside fastball on both sides of the plate early in a game. He's also a guy that can sink and cut that fastball. He's got a curveball and a changeup. Lifetime against the D-backs, 1-1 with a 3.97 ERA.
And he moves Peralta off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Only Escobar and Souza have not had at bats against Andy Suarez. And a called strike. So Suarez comes back with a strike.
And that's how you establish him. You knock a big hitter down, he's going to get up there and he's going to look for one side of the play. He's going to look for a fastball. When you throw a strike with that fastball in the inside corner, you've established it.
Another hit.
Peralta's having an unbelievable series. Well, how far would you go for a Togo? Brought to you by Togo's Pretzel-Rami. Last night, David Peralta, a solo shot off Chris Stratton in the second. Exit velocity, 103. It's 367 feet. Peralta with 3 hits last night. He had 4 hits in game 1 of the series, so that was his 8th hit, leading this one off.
Here's Escobar. So both teams, their leadoff hitters reach. Escobar at 278. 15 home runs, 67 runs batted in. And a foul out of play. It's not that unusual that Suarez would give up a run or two in the first.
Like a lot of guys, I mean, he searches for rhythm, a bit vulnerable. You don't know if your breaking balls are going to show up or not. What you have in the bullpen and what you get out on the main diamond is two different things.
Panic is going out. It's going to be Panic who waves everybody off.
Let's take a look at that defense playing behind Andy Suarez tonight for San Francisco. Starting the outfield for left to right, it'll be Hernandez, Duggar, and McCutchen. Good arms across the board. Crawford, Longoria on the left side. Panic back in the lineup with Austin Slater. They'll be on the right side of the infield. Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Goldschmidt hitting .274. He hit an opposite field home run in the game yesterday in the first inning, and it was his 200th in his career. He does have a home run against Suarez this year. It's 2 for 4 lifetime.
Second most home runs in D-back history. Only Luis Gonzalez with more, 224. A lot of approach to the right side of the field for Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt will take the walk, and here's Pollock. Here's Pollock hitting .290. 15 home runs, 44 driven in. Pollock 2 for 7 in this series. And he pops it up. It'll be McCutchen who puts it away. Pollock not wasting any time. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, one
Here's
pitch out.
Souza.
Gifts.
Souza at .235 with a couple of home runs, 15 runs batted in. 0 for 4 on Thursday. And he did not get into the game last night. First pitch is down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Diamondbacks are only 2 games over 500 at home. They're 29 and 27. 2-0. They're 8 games over 500 against the National League West. 28 and 20. The Giants are 28 and 25. So they've held their own against the West. Three 3-0 with Nick Ahmed to follow.
Just assume a green light.
Yeah, you have to assume. You're correct. And he paints one, and maybe even a little bit off the plate, but called a strike.
Let's take a look at that pitch by our pitchcast. Brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. It's close enough. Torey Lovullo back in the dugout tonight. He missed last night. He was not feeling well. Skipper.
On the ground and a base hit. And that's going to score 1, maybe 2. McCutcheon can't get to it, so it will score 2. Souza on the way to third, and it's 2-0.
And once again, the first inning has proven difficult for Andy Suarez. I mean, he got himself into a get-it-in situation on the 3-1 count. But credit Souza for some pretty disciplined hitting, taking that outside fastball after he saw a 3-0 outside fastball. Set up outside and does this. Goes right with it. Giants had played Slater way off the line at first base, so that's one that beat the shift.
So here's Ahmed. Ahmed takes low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Slater's in straight up first base positioning. Inning's over.
Yep, the shift giveth. And sometimes it taketh away.
So here are the first inning. Nick Hundley going to have to use up a mound visit. And he's pumping him up right here. And this conversation probably goes like this. Look, your stuff's good. Trust it. You can't be falling behind these guys. Get after it. Let's go. You're better than they are. On the first pitch of the first 6 at bats for Suarez, he's throwing 1 strike. That ratio has to improve.
Base hit. 3-0. Shades of last night.
You get it into a 2-0 count. I mean, a guy can zero in on you. He can look for a pitch. He can look for a movement. He can sit up on a location. And if you give it to him, he's going to hurt you. It's the big leagues.
So here's Marte. Marte hitting at .252, 9 home runs, 42 runs batted in. High and deep to left. And gone.
Second night in a row, the Diamondbacks have put a 5 spot in the bottom of the first. And he finally gets a first pitch in the strike zone, and look at the location. A hanging breaking ball, and it's almost like Marte knew it was coming.
So here's Mathis, who takes a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. It hurts because it all happened after 2 outs.
Still looking for a feel to be able to control his pitches to the corners. He's not missing by much, but he's not getting squeezed by Bill Wilke either.
Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitcher Buchholz is on deck. And that'll end the inning. Damage done once again In back-to-back nights, the Giants have work to do. They trail 5-0.
Bay Area is brought to you by Cycle Gear Championship of Sonoma. Don't miss the U.S. Championships of Motorcycle Road Racing at Sonoma Raceway, August 10th through 12th.
Well, take the Giants on the go this season and stream the games at NBCSportsBayArea.com and the NBC Sports app. And it's brought to you by your NorCal Honda dealers. Well, what a nice gift for Clay Buchholz.
Well, and in that he is in his 10th year at the big league level, he appreciates it. And what a 5-run lead will give you this early in a ball game is just the ability to get on top of a hitter, strike one. And Buchholz is a control guy. I mean, he's going to throw all of his pitches, and he'll be around that strike zone just about everything he throws up there.
Here's Slater. Slater takes a strike. 333 with 10 runs batted in. Two hits in each game for Slater in this series.
Every day he gets here, he gets a little more confident. In the field, at the plate.
And he takes high, 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, and it's a feeling you don't really talk about with your coaches, your teammates, but it's just a feeling that you have. It's that feeling that I can play here. I belong here.
Breaks him down. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You're going to see a lot of that with Buchholz. He's got a good changeup. And he can also back off speeds with his curveball and his slider.
Foul just by about a foot.
He's got the high five down. He let mom have it. Got to throw a change up there every once in a while with that high five.
Got him.
Well, celebrate National Baseball Card Day at AT&T Park Friday, August 10th. First 40,000 fans will receive Topps baseball cards featuring current Giant players. What better way to celebrate the summer than with Topps baseball cards. Go to sfgiants.com and you can purchase directly from the Giants.
Here's Joe Panik. Panik takes outside for a ball, hitting .234, 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. And Joe lines it foul. He's faced Buchholz twice. He's 0 for 2.
He had a pretty good game face on today in the clubhouse.
Yes, he did. Out of play. He's going to cues this one down the left field line. On deck is Hundley. Lot of at bats left in this game, but it's down again, 5-0. And a base hit for Panik into right center field, and it's going to get by. Panik's got a chance for 3, and he's going to drop anchor. As Souza did a good job of getting to it.
Still not smiling. Still hanging on that game face.
Yes, he is.
You know, you're used to being a starter and you get to the ballpark and your name's not in the lineup. That'll give you a game face. So, loud line drives. That's how you do your talking.
Here's Hundley. Hundley hitting .250, 9 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Anything at any time for Buchholz. So it does affect the approach guys have with a guy who'll mix speeds and just basically give you a lot of different looks. Take what he gives you. Center your bats. Think center field.
Outside for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Duggar watching from the on deck circle. 1-2.
Cutter. It's a good pitch for Buchholz, especially if you go out of the strike zone to chase it.
Panik with his lead at second. The 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Final game will be tomorrow. The Giants will be home Monday and Tuesday against the Astros, who are taking down the Dodgers tonight at Dodger Stadium. Outside to Hundley, 3-2. Giants need base runners. They need base hits, but any way they can get base runners, that's how they're going to get back in the game. And the walk.
That's nice at bat.
A grinding at bat.
Well, they down to count 1 and 2, and then laid off some pretty good teasers.
Center fielder, number 6.
Great before the game today. The Diamondbacks had the 20th anniversary alumni game. One of the guys that was here was Steve Finley. And and Steven Duggar got a chance to meet him.
Well, it's remarkable the likeness of Duggar to Finley, from the face all the way down to the way he's built.
Bochy was pretty excited that the two guys got to meet. Bochy had Finley in San Diego. Great player.
Duggar takes this one, and it's low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's one Buchholz wanted.
Well, it looked like a strike.
Change up right at the base of the strike zone.
Two and one.
Again, going back down at the knees, not getting that two-seam fastball. Thing with Welke, I mean, a couple of those might get called a ball, and all of a sudden you get to a 2-strike count. Guy throws that same pitch, you might get zinged on it. Around the strike zone, not in the strike zone in the eyes of Bill Welke, the plate umpire. And right now, Clay Buchholz thinking this kid Duggar's got a great eye.
Well, he's not chasing, that's for sure. He may not even get a fastball here. And he got a challenge right down the pipe. It's 3-2. That one you'd like to have back.
Yeah, I think Duggar would have stepped out of the box and had a little word with himself as he was looking for that. Got it, swung right through it. It's unnerving when you're looking for a pitch, you get it, you don't even foul it off. And you could explain a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, but 91, yeah, that'll eat away at you.
Got him.
3-2 changeup.
I think we saw that one coming, didn't we?
Anything at any time. Third strikeout for Buchholz. I mean, it's the same identical arm action as the fastball, the pitch he saw on the 3-1 count. The only difference, about 10 feet short.
Andy Suarez 2 for 30. But this is a guy he can hit.
We're convinced. Once he got the second hit, we were on board. Well, we won't say he can hit yet, but he's a better hitter. How about that? Giants could use one right here.
And he takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Panic at second, Hundley at first. We're in the Giants half of the second inning. One and 2. Something popped in maybe into Suarez's eye as he steps out. It's 1 and 2. And that'll end the inning. So that pitch was 8-9 inches inside, and that'll do it. Bottom of the second coming up.
June 29th. This year, Giants take on the D-backs and Andy Suarez. Well, he was very good that night. In fact, he got a win, 6 innings strong, 1 earned run, couple of walks, 5 strikeouts, and he did it on 101 pitches. That's our BioFreeze moment.
So we'll see Andy Suarez settles down. So here's the pitch. Mike said Bill Welke's got a little bit of a wide strike zone, laughable strike zone.
Well, you'll see some rubbernecking and some stank eye tonight. This has been a very good crew for pitchers. Some crews are very good crews for hitters. I mean, it's just the way it goes. Some are big zones, some are small zones. You always hope you get a big strike zone on getaway day, though.
Just not a joke of a strike zone on getaway day.
Well, I mean, I think as a pitcher, you learn never to argue with an umpire that rings you up on what is a questionable pitch, because you just want to have that pitch when you throw it too.
So Buchholz strikes out. Here's Peralta.
You will say that to an umpire. Not a problem, but I want it too.
Peralta singled in the first inning.
I always look at the demeanor of a red-hot hitter, and everybody does in both dugouts. When a guy's as hot as Peralta has been in the series, 8 hits so far. Not this
Peralta
time.
rolls out.
So Buster Posey's not in the lineup tonight. He is under concussion protocol. He worked out today, did cardio, and they're going to watch how he responds to it. So here, getting back in the squad, warming up Suarez between innings. That's a good sign.
Here's Escobar. Escobar takes one inside. Escobar popped out in the first inning.
He was up there taking all the way, first 2 pitches. Guys will do that to you with nobody on.
1 and 2.
And then when you think you could do it, been on base, they'll bushwhack you. They'll look for that same pitch they took for a strike early in the game with nobody on, and they will jump on it. Hitters, you can't trust them.
Longoria has it. His throw will be at plenty of time, and that'll end the inning. Nice comeback for Suarez. For the Giants, top of the order coming up. 5-0 D-backs.
Brought to you by Redwood Credit Union. Redwood Credit Union offers full-service banking for all that you love. Federally insured by NCUA.
A 5-run first inning on back-to-back nights for the D-backs. And they lead 5-0. And here's McCutchen, who opened up the game with a base hit to right field. McCutchen chases and misses. Overshift is on.
Yeah, he's trying to go to right field there.
Gorkis Hernandez on deck, and then Evan Longoria. What the Giants did last night, they got down 5-0, but within 3 innings they made it 5-3. Actually, they made it 6-3. Now this is hit high and deep to left, and out of here. Number 12 for McCutchen.
He was not trying to go to right field there. And he dug one out right on the hands. Buchholz made the pitch he wanted, and McCutchen beat it. Look at the target right on the inside corner. It's 2 times he's beat him on off-speed stuff, and 2 times he's really kept that leg back.
Here's Gorkis Hernandez, who popped out to the third baseman Escobar in the first. And he takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, it's in my book. I got him. Felt good. Oh, yeah.
A high strike to Gorkis. 266. 13 home runs, 33 runs batted in. And a bunt, and it's foul. It's 2-2.
Watch the second pitch. Watch the foot get down. He'll tell you what he's looking for. I mean, he was looking for a fastball. That foot got down early. He was looking for a fastball, and the changeup just completely took his timing away. was a 1-0 count.
That's why some guys don't lift their leg up at all.
Like Joe Panic.
Paul Goldschmidt. Tap to third. It'll be Escobar. And Hernandez is safe, and that's how you hurt a first baseman.
You saw Cliff Floyd break his hand up in a horrible way in Montreal. Todd Hundley going down the line. The ball goes up the base path. A right-handed first baseman reaches into the runner, and you really could hurt a guy. They're looking at this play.
They're going to review this, and I do think he tagged Hernandez when Hernandez went by.
Certainly Toro Lovello does, and this replay review is presented by Xfinity. I don't think this is going to take very long. Got him in the elbow. He's out. You showed it up on the big screen.
So Gabe Morales is 0 for 1 tonight.
But yeah, there goes his perfect night. But in the end, they got the call right.
Here's Longoria. Fly ball to right in the first inning. And he shoots it foul.
And he was looking for fastball middle in. I mean, that thing was off the plate. In.
One ball and one strike with Brandon Crawford on deck.
I always say every pitch sets up another pitch, but there are exceptions. That last pitch, it didn't set up anything.
Call that a strike?
He did.
1-2. Hit well into right center field. Pollock's not going to get it, and it bounces up against the wall, and it'll be a double for Longoria.
Now this is the pitch you're talking about. You know, it isn't something that we're just seeing a few of. It's just a big wide zone tonight. So these guys are into the second at bats. They need to make adjustments to it. And the adjustments simply are you've got to extend, especially in 2 strike counts. It is a strike zone that favors the pitcher tonight. Expand your zone.
Here's Crawford. Well, I think it's safe to say some guys can't.
Some guys can't.
Crawford fouls it back. Crawford struck out looking in the first. Oh, 2.
Take a look at the StatCast numbers for Andrew McCutcheon. Hit at 392, 103 miles per hour.
Slater on deck. Giants trying to claw back. Crawford out again. It'll be the 5th strikeout for Buchholz. And that'll bring up Slater.
Buchholz has thrown a lot of pitches tonight. The feel of this game is very similar to what we saw in last night's ball game. A lot of pitches from both pitchers early in the game. And of course the 5-run bottom of the 1st.
Slater struck out in the 2nd.
Well, this is where he's been really good. Runners in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, this is where he usually hits one right down the first base line. One ball and 1 strike.
And Buchholz, as we mentioned, I mean, he's a control guy. So if he thinks he's going to get 4 or 5 inches on the outside part of the plate, he's going to go there with all of his pitches.
One and 2 on the foul ball off of Slater's foot. And now Slater's going to have to battle. Longoria with a double. He's at 2nd, 2 outs. Good take, 2 and 2. Two pitch. Close.
Keeps trying to go that magic spot. That's a little too wide. All right, let's take a look at it.
I'm swinging. I'm sorry.
Nah.
3 and 2.
Start over. Buchholz just cannot get hooked up right now with Jeff Mathis, the catcher.
And the payoff. Here it is to Slater. And the walk.
He kept trying to go out to the magic spot, but he was a little too wide. And the pitch count keeps cranking up.
Panik had a great at bat. He doubled in the 2nd inning.
Well, Jeff Mathis going out to the mound and trying to give Buchholz a bit of a break because of the pitch count. And you're right, that at bat that Panik had, the double with 1 out. I mean, he was not fooled at all. He was on everything.
So here's Joe Panik. And it's wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Panik's double went into right center field. And a strike. So hits that outside corner at the knees to even the count. Conley in the on-deck circle. Giants have scored a run on the McCutchen home run, but they need more. Cued. Ahmed. Got him. Great play by Ahmed. See if Gabe Morales gets this one right. Here's McCutchen's home run. It's bye-bye baby. Barry Bonds hit career home run number 755 off of Clay Hensley to tie Hank Aaron atop the all-time list. He went to the opposite field. And remember, the retirement of Barry Bonds' number is going to be this Saturday, a week from today. So get out to the ballpark early. Gates are going to open at 3:45 as Goldschmidt takes a strike. I mean, when we say get there early, we're not talking about 15 minutes early, a half an hour early. We're talking about an hour and 15 minutes early. One ball and one strike. You and I are going to MC it.
We are.
It's the, there's a flare to right, and that's the magic Wandu.
Nice play by McCutchen to keep that to just a single.
Center field.
Yeah, we are going to MC it. We're going to have good seats.
Yeah. So here's Pollock. Pollock popped out to right field. He saw one pitch. Things were looking good in the first inning when he made the out. But then after that, triple, single, home run. High strike. It's 0-1.
Strike one. It's what he needs right there. Bang. Get on top of a guy. What that allows you to do then for the next 2 pitches is throw it to your location. Try to get him, the hitter, to swing at your pitch. Oh, like that. Rubbernecking and stank eye. I've seen a lot of it.
Oh, 2.
I've seen some stank eye from you tonight, as a matter of fact. A couple of those strikes.
Yeah, every once in a while, I do think about the computerized strike zone. There's a roller foul.
Well, the strike zone that you see on your television screen, that is not the strike zone that would be the electronic strike zone. By definition of the rule book, the strike zone, the top of it goes halfway between your hip and your armpit. So it'd crawl up about another 6 inches of what you're seeing. That's a lot of zone. The base of the strike zone is just below the kneecap.
Foul.
Strike zone you're looking at is the one that they judge the umpires on. And every game, at the end of the game, the umpires will get a report card.
So it's not a rule book strike zone.
No, it's a little smaller. It's not quite as high.
That's stupid, isn't it?
Well, I think it's realistic, though. I mean, technically, Jose Altuve, who's 5'6", his strike zone is going to be different than Aaron Judge, who's 6'7".
Yeah, well, they adjust that to Tuve. They adjust it.
So, I mean, but that's what you're supposed to do.
Runner goes, and this is rolled to Panic. He's going to spin and throw, and they got him. And only because Goldsmith was going was Pollock thrown out.
I bet that's the first time that Panic has ever had to go to a backhand that side of second base, and it winds up being a nice play. Got a funky hop. The ball hit right into the mound, and it puts a weird spin on it. So now it short hops Panic with some top spin, and he's got to do a 360 the opposite way. And in the end, he gets it done. Good play.
Yeah, very good play. Here's Souza.
That mound really killed that one. That was hit well.
Souza with a triple down the right field line to knock in 2 in the first. And he comes back and he misses by an inch. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Low, 2-1. He does have a base to play with Nick Ahmed on deck. There's Ahmed, who knocked in a run with a base hit in the first. Three and 2.
Oh, yes, he went.
I mean, if you're Souza, don't you want the umpire to call that a strike?
Well, you would think. You've already had an at-bat where you've had some RBIs, and you're kind of in that groove. It's not quite to the 50-50 zone.
No, not now. crowd is reacting to what Souza did to home plate umpire Bill Welke.
Well, they're also reacting to the height of this one.
Which, if you believe that box, that's a strike.
I don't think anybody in the Diamondbacks dugout is believing the box right there.
Here's
Because
Ahmed.
they erupted in disapproval when that ball was called strike 3.
Ahmed takes low.
We're talking about the report card that umpires, plate umpires get at the end of the night. If you get at 90%, 96%, that's a bad night.
Down low, 2-0. Marte is on deck. Well, I'm glad we're not judged. Put it
Oh,
that
yeah.
way. We flunk that 96% every night.
We haven't hit
Or at least
96.
I would. You might pass it.
No, we haven't hit 96 all year.
3-0. So Ahmed will take the walk. It's just the second one that Suarez has issued. He walked Goldschmidt in the first. Arte's home run in the first inning got him into double digits. He's got 10.
Well, he hit a breaking ball and waited well, saw it well. It was a hanger, but still first pitch. Not a lot of guys look off speed. You know, some guys look off speed, some guys look hard stuff, in, away. Other guys, they don't want to know. They just look for ball out of the hand and try and hit it. Jack Clark, Coco Crisp.
Tap foul, 0-2. This was the home run. And it good.
Now 465 feet good. Second deck good. Gives you an idea of the power this kid's got.
This time Suarez wins the battle, and that'll end the inning. Fourth inning coming up. It'll be Hundley, Duggar, and Suarez. Giants down by 4. Garcia tribute night at AT&T Park. Your special event package is going to include a Jerry Garcia t-shirt commemorating his national anthem performance at Candlestick Park. sfgiants.com/special events. You see Randy Johnson, one of the many D-backs honored before the game. Mike mentioned the 20th anniversary of this franchise.
Sitting there with his son on the left side of your screen.
Here's Hundley. Hundley takes outside. He drew a walk in the second. Duggar and then Suarez. And a foul out of play. Yeah, that son was the little guy that was part of Randy Johnson's 300th win in Washington, D.C. in a Giants uniform. He was the bat boy.
He was the bat boy that night.
That rainy late afternoon game.
He was going to be tall. Randy Johnson's 6'10". I don't know if his son is 6'10", but he's big. He's tall.
Hundley's going to fly out to center field. One out.
Center field, Stephen Duggar.
From Livermore.
And really a very gregarious soul. I mean, he loves to converse. He's as friendly as anybody. It's completely the opposite of the image that he projected when he was pitching. I mean, he projected to be the meanest guy on the mountain, which when he went out there to pitch, well, he was. But as we got to know him when he put on a Giants uniform, what a great guy.
Duggar takes a strike.
You see him here at the ballpark a lot. I mean, obviously, he won 4 Cy Young awards as a free agent. They brought him over here in his first 4 years. He won 4 Cy Youngs.
Well, Schilling and Johnson's matchups against Barry Bonds were legendary.
They were legendary. As good as it could possibly get.
Duggar's facing this 0-2 pitch. Wouldn't take that pitch, not on that side of the plate.
I wouldn't take it again.
High fly ball to right. Souza back. Out of here. His first big league home run. It's 5-2. All right, you're on the board, kid.
And he went down and dug out a curveball right below the knees.
They're giving him the silent treatment. He doesn't care.
Yep, silent treatment.
He may actually prefer it. Gorkis can't take it any longer. Oh, no, they're still blowing him off.
Yep, he's in the club. It's pretty good silent treatment, by the way.
Man, that was a long one.
I thought the ultimate deke by Gorkis Hernandez set it up.
Suarez is thrown out.
Now let's take a look at the 2-strike breaking ball. It wasn't a hanger. It was down there right around the knees, down and in. Whoop. And with that, he's got himself a big league homer.
Right fielder, McCutcheon.
Now they got to get the ball back.
Well, a Giants fan caught it, so they're going to have a chance. The bullpen was right down there. So let the negotiation begin.
Here's McCutcheon, who homered in the third. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. And a strike to even the count.
to see a little more elation with the first big league homer, you know?
I don't think so. I don't think you're going to get it from him. I think when somebody told him rookies need to be seen and not heard, I think he took it very serious.
You can get him going. Oh, we had a little chalk talk up in Seattle, and he spoke to some of the to the group we had up there, and he really, once he opened up, was very good.
2-2.
But he is respectful of the game and its history.
Nope. 3-2.
Gabe Morales says not this time.
Little pop up to right field. Souza's coming in, and he can't get it. A little bloop, and McCutchen will take it. He's 3 for 3. That's where that second baseman, when he's playing to pull on the infield, that's his ball.
Well, when you're playing even on the shortstop side of second base, you have no chance.
No chance. Marquise has popped out, and he's rolled out both to third. McCutchen tried to steal a bag in the first inning, and he had a couple of great jumps, but it was Crawford who fouled off a pitch.
All right, he's going to want this for his first big league homer. He wants the stats. 94 miles per hour, hit it 372 feet. Gone.
One ball and no strikes.
Chase Darno, he's going to sneak in there and have fun with it.
On the ground, and a fair ball down the left field line. McCutchen will get to third. Marquise Hernandez has got a double, and here comes Longoria.
A little 2-out thunder here. And here comes Mike Butcher, the pitching coach for the D-backs. Well, 81 pitches into it. That's a lot of pitches through 4, or 3 2/3, I should say.
And Corbin was pretty much the same, wasn't he?
Well, he was 70 last night after 3, and he wound up giving the D-backs 6 innings. Well, there was a time there I didn't think he was going to be able to get through the 5th. Here's the negotiation for the first home run ball for Steven Duggar. Will Smith, the negotiator.
There's the middleman. Here's Longoria. And it's wide, 1-0. You start out with an autograph ball, and you end up with a sleepover at Willie Mays' house.
Those are for the guys.
There's that wide spectrum.
Yeah, that's right. So there's your cap.
1 ball and no strikes. 2-0.
Yep. Giants fans see them a lot at the ballpark. That guy likes big gloves, and he cannot lie.
2-0. There's a strike.
Anything at any time.
Here's the guy that caught it. Probably a relative to the guy with the big finger.
Big finger, big glove guy.
2 balls and a strike. Two and two.
Good changeup.
Well, now you got a battle. 58 at bats for Longoria against Buchholz. That's not including walks and sacrifice flies. 2 and 2. Foul back. Fought off a pitch. And the way the strike zone has been, a pitch that's too close to take.
Well, veteran move, swinging at it. You got 2 ducks on the pond out there and an open first base. Buchholz not going to be that eager to get in the middle of the strike zone, so you got to think corner.
And that'll end the inning. Duggar hits the home run, his first in his career. And when it leaves the yard, it's bye-bye baby. Giants strand a pair. It's 5-2.
Dealers last night, tie block into the game, bottom of the 4th, bases loaded, nobody out. Eduardo Escobar fouls out, nobody can move up, and then Daniel Descalso hits into a 4-6-3 double play, and tie block does the ultimate. He leaves, the bases loaded, no out, and they all do not score.
Here's Mathis, who takes a strike. I don't believe he'd be available tonight.
He is not available tonight. Although, if you ask him, he'd say, yeah, I'll go out there.
Well, he may be available to hit. Well, we'll say that. He is available to hit.
Hey, he's down there in the pen. I mean, he's such a gamer that.
Mathis with a base hit. So that'll be the 3rd inning out of 4 where the leadoff hitter is reached.
Last 2 games, 74 pitches. He had 44 in game 1 last night. And he's been very good. 4 1/3. No runs have scored. No runs that he has inherited have scored.
Buchholz struck out in the second. Here's Suarez for 1. And on the bunt play, it'll be a fielder's choice.
Nice play by Suarez. You really help yourself out if you're a pitcher coming in to field that bunt play in anticipation of the lead bag. And watch his lower body. When he fields this, he's got to have his body towards second base, and he does. His legs are putting right in a direct angle to make the throw to second, and he does so beautifully. Nice play. Just a tip for kids watching.
Here's Peralta. 1 for 2. No balls and 1 strike. Line drive, double play, inning over. Buchholz is not on a lot, so can't blame him. 5-2 D-backs.
The San Francisco Giants may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Well, next Saturday you can join the Giants for an historic event as Barry Bonds, number 25, will be retired during a pregame ceremony. Come out early. I mean, it's going to start at 5, so get out there at about an hour and 15 minutes early. And there's going to be a lot of special guests coming in to see Barry. Also, the first 20,000 fans are going to receive a Bonds number 25 cap presented by AT&T. So go to sfgiants.com for tickets. You can always buy direct from the Giants. All the Hall of Famers are going to be there. Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Orlando Cepeda, Juan Marichal, Gaylord Perry. Former managers for Barry, Jim Leland, Dusty Baker, Bruce Bochy, of course. Former teammates Rob Nin, Kirk Reeder, Will Clark, Royce Clayton, Eric Davis, and Bobby Bonilla. So gates open at 3:45, so be sure to get to your seat early and enjoy a little chunk of Giants history as Bonds number 25 will be retired and never worn again. Hasn't been worn since he left.
Crawford stands in, and he rolls one right at Nick Ahmed. 1 pitch went out. So Crawford 0 for 11 in this series, and here's Slater. There's the weenie man.
The weenie man.
Here's Slater, and a breaking ball for a called strike.
Yeah, they've got some attitude.
Yes, they do,
as you like to say. That's like Theodore Roosevelt selling hot dogs.
0-2. He's been here every game. He works those steps, boy.
That's his motto. Speak softly and carry a big hot dog
on your head. 0-2. 0-3. Here's Panic. Panic is doubled, and he's rolled out slowly to Ahmed at short. This next pitch will be 93. Left center field. It's got some backspin. And it's going to be Peralta at the last second who puts it away. A little communication gap between Pollock and Peralta, but they get the out to end the inning. Bay Area, home of the authentic fan. Always large number of the Giants faithful here at Chase Field. This was Giants territory for a long time.
They're trying to work it out.
AAA team was here for a long time.
I had to do a rehab down here one time in Phoenix. It's about this time of year. It was interesting.
A certain clinic, or how long were you here? A month?
One start.
Oh, so it wasn't one of those kind of rehabs.
No. But I did get to say that I played the Pacific Coast League.
I thought for a second there there was something about you I didn't know.
Nope.
Escobar with a ball and a strike. Foul back, 1-2. Escobar fouls a pitch that was below his knees.
Yeah, they get their orange and black on.
They do. The color coordination on the cap reversed.
Trying to be patient. Not always easy.
Base hit. And another leadoff hitter aboard here in this ball game against Suarez.
Fourth time they've been able to do it. All right, time now for our Wells Fargo a look ahead. Tomorrow's starters. Giants take on the D-backs. Game 4 of this 4-game series. It's going to get a couple of left-handers going at each other. Derek Holland on the hill for the Giants, taking on Robbie Ray. And if you look at the whip, the walks and hits per innings pitch, well, Derek Holland, he leads in that category, as does he lead in ERA.
Here's Goldschmidt, and he takes a healthy rip and he fouls it out of play. Goldschmidt a walk and then a little doink to right field for a base hit.
Escobar, not a big threat to steal. He's got 1 on the year, but you still have to make him stop. Show him a little respect.
Hit well to left. It's going to stay in the park. As Duggar's going to make the play. 1 out, and here's Pollock.
I mean, you think about it, you've got 3 center fielders out in the outfield for the Giants, and you get balls hit towards the gap. You always worry about miscommunication, because once you've been a center fielder, you're used to being the captain out there. You take everything you want. But Gorkis Hernandez, Andrew McCutchen, they've got to give way to Steven Duggar. It's one of the few times in baseball that the rookie trumps the veteran.
Here's Pollock. Pollock is popped out, and then Panic made a nice play to take a hit away from Pollock in the 3rd. Swing and a miss. Coming into today, I mentioned earlier that the Diamondbacks and Dodgers were both 61 wins, 50 losses, and that's tied for first place. They only play 7 more games against each other. They've got 4 games in Los Angeles at the end of August, and then 3 here in this park at the end of September. And a lot of baseball left, but it would appear that these are going to be the 2 teams you got to catch. Way outside, nice play, Hundley. 1 ball and 1 strike. Houston has a 1-0 lead on the Dodgers in the 3rd inning. Here it's 5-2. Standings. And then Milwaukee's still leading Colorado 8-2. That game is in the 9th.
There have been some oddities on the schedule this year, and we're talking about every team has had a few quirks on their schedule. In regards to the Giants, if they finish up tomorrow and they're done coming to Arizona, and then they only see the Diamondbacks 3 more times back in San Francisco, they don't see him the entire month of September.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm tired of him.
Well, but it is rare that when you don't play a team within your division in the month of September. And such is the case this year with the D-backs and the Giants.
I just saw what young legs are Suarez chased that ball past the foul line. You get a guy that's pitched a while in this league, he never leaves the dirt.
No. Save the energy.
Got him.
Good breaking ball. 5th strikeout for Suarez.
Look at this. Are you serious?
Well, it's a rookie.
There's 20 people on the field that can do that for him. Can't get on that kid. He's too nice a kid.
No, you really can't. He was a very, very nice young man. Quiet, polite.
Souza's 1 for 2. Hammered. Right center field. And off the top of the wall. And coming in to score is Escobar. It's 6-2.
When Souza hit that ball, he thought it was out. And it did not miss going out by much. He drops the bat like it's about ready to be trot time. Backspin, and look at the carry, and he doesn't miss that yellow line by a whole bunch.
Signs, panicking. Hundley. Suarez.
See how close it was to going out. 3 feet.
Ahmed is 1 for 1. One ball and 1 strike. Rolled foul. 1-2. See, Luis Gonzalez, one of the all-time greats here for the D-backs. His son was a high draft pick.
Jacob, 3rd round pick last year.
For the Giants.
I should say 2 Junes ago.
On the ground, foul again. I think he's got multiple shots into the cove.
I think you're right. I think that's Greg Reynolds sitting down. They had about 40 guys come back and play in the alumni game.
That was Greg Swindell.
Greg Swindell. I said Greg Reynolds. Is that a Rubio Durazo sitting down?
I don't know. There's still a mark down the right field line where he hit a home run foul. Out of play before replay.
Rubio Durazo. Now, he had one of those names that we put on the list that we wouldn't say if it got colder than 54 degrees.
Which was not going to happen here.
He was up there with Rimlinger and Slusarski. Two other names that we just would not say if it got cold. In our car with the kids, it was say a Rubio Durazo 3 times fast. You could not do it. I can't do it 1 time slow.
After a couple of pops, you used to say it very clear.
Well, in my mind,
I heard it. 2-2. In the dirt, squirts away from Hundley. Souza to third. Giants are just going to have to try very hard that this game doesn't totally get away from them.
Oh, this becomes a big at bat right here. I mean, it's a 3-2, 2 out, runner at third. You're down by 4. Ahmed 1 for 1 with a walk. He's feeling pretty confident, seeing Suarez pretty well.
Into the corner, hit well, gone. And now it has gotten away from him. It's 8-2.
Nick Ahmed worked the count in his favor. Fastball at the belt, middle in. Bends the arms right through the swing. And for the 15th time this year, he hits one out. And that is a personal high. Every home run he hits now, he keeps adding to the personal high list. Dangerous pitch.
So Marte takes a strike. Reluctantly, Bruce Bochy has to get somebody up in the bullpen. And a base hit into left field.
That was an 0-2 base hit. So Kurt Young gonna make the trip. Pierce Johnson is on the bullpen mound getting ready.
And a breather for Suarez. He's allowed 4 hits in the inning. All have been hit very hard.
And for Kurt Young, I mean, he's going to go out there and just kind of calm him down. It's not the time to bark at a guy or challenge a guy. It's been a tough night for Andy Suarez. He hasn't had many of them. Tonight is one of them.
Well, he'd probably be out of the game, but he's due to hit third in the next half inning. Mathis takes high. He's 1 for 2.
It could be a tie block at bat.
You're right. It could be. He is available.
He is available. Giants have 4 extra men tonight, one of which is Buster Posey. They prefer not to use.
There's that strike that is just maybe 6, 7, 8 inches outside. One and 2.
Posey hit the mask last night, so they have. Hey, he had to leave the game. He was feeling a little dizzy, so they put him through the protocol for the concussion program. And he did well today.
Which, by the way, is not an easy test to pass if you haven't been hit in the mask.
Yeah.
Duggar will put this one away to end the inning. Damage done. 3 runs on the board. It's 8-2 Arizona.
Rubio Drago. Rubio Drago. Rubio.
To 7th, Monday a night game, Tuesday a day game. Come on out to see the world champs. Purchase tickets directly from the Giants at sfgiants.com. It'll be Hundley, Duggar, and then probably a pinch hitter.
Tony Womack, part of the alumni brought back for the game. Good player.
See, 93 pitches for Buchholz. 99 is his high this year.
Well, they've got the activity down that bullpen for the D-backs.
Hundley has walked and he's flied out to center field. It's Chafin and Ziegler.
Chafin's taken a little more seriously.
On the ground, foul.
E10.
Ron Wodas managed in this town.
Phoenix.
And the Giants had a AAA franchise here before the D-backs arrived. Foul again. And that's a make good.
Yeah, he's feeling a little better. Hunter Pence chalking up.
One-two pitch. Wrapped slowly, foul. Hundley can put on the brakes and come back. mentioned the Giants are playing Houston Monday and Tuesday. Philadelphia comes in to play these D-backs for 3. Then Arizona goes on a 3-city trip: Cincinnati, Texas, and San Diego. One and two. Tapped towards the hole. Ahmed with a nice play.
All right, right now it's time for Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. And why wouldn't you put up a guy's first big league home run? Curveball from Clay Buchholz in a 2-strike count. And that's what Duggar does with it. Knocks it out of the ballpark, and he now has a home run total. And that's your T-Mobile Built for Baseball. They gave him the silent treatment when he got back to the dugout. A good one, by the way.
Yeah, that we ranked silent treatments, and that one ranked up there pretty high.
Yeah, good one.
On the ground to second. Duggar rolls out.
But I thought the Gorkys Hernandez deke, that was the move.
Yeah, I made a premature call that Gorkys was going to be the first one to break it up, and no, he walked right by him.
I think Duggar may even stuck his hand out there, and Gorkys blew him completely off. So to me, that's like A+.
So here's Pence. And Pence takes it out. A pitch outside. 222, a home run, 16 driven in. The last pitch was number 100. 1 ball and 1 strike.
All right, side treatment. Here's the Gorkys Hernandez completely blow him off deke. That was awesome.
Two and 1 to Hunter Pence.
See, to me, that's silent treatment Hall of Fame.
Two and 2. And that'll end the inning. 8 strikeouts for Buchholz. It's 8-2 D-backs. They're going to bring you the happy hour at NBC Sports Bay Area and NBCSportsBayArea.com. Also available to listen live as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com. I just said that.
Bears repeating.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
So the Giants welcome back Pierce Johnson. Take a look at what he did in Sacramento. I mean, he really earned the right to be back up here. Just 10 hits allowed in 16 and a third, 22 strikeouts. It's a hard thrower. He gives you 4 pitches. Mid-90s fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup.
And he's facing the pinch hitter, John Jay. And a ball. Jay hitting .280. Foul. Kind of likes that pitch down and in.
Yeah, I think he looks in a lot.
One and two.
And I think they're coming. They just got crossed up. And he just let Pierce Johnson know that it was his fault, but he was definitely looking for another pitch.
He's had a pretty good fastball, Pierce Johnson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm not even sure right now what a good fastball is, velocity-wise.
Well, the average is almost 93. That's the average. The average in our generation was 89. The average.
So Pierce Johnson, that 94 mile-an-hour fastball, slightly above average fastball.
That's correct. Ray Black, way above average.
Got him.
So that's a good way to start. You can go back and take a look at some of the clips from the 80s and the 70s. Fastball looks the same on TV. Hard throwers are hard throwers.
Peralta, 1 for 3. And a strike.
Take a look at some of those World Series games Bob Gibson pitched in, or Sandy Koufax. They were throwing hard.
And a breaking ball for a strike, 0-2.
It was a big deal in our generation when somebody put 95 up. You never saw it in the stadiums. It would just be something that would come down from the stands where it was being shot on a radar gun held by a scout.
First time I saw a radar gun at the ballpark that where it posted was in Arlington, Texas, and it was probably 1980, 1981. And time was called. Actually, it was a little earlier than that because Dennis Eckersley was on our team then, and that got traded after the 78 season. And they played with the gun. They had Doyle Alexander throwing 5 miles per hour faster than Eck. And did it affect Eck? Yeah, it affected him a lot.
Definitely would be gamesmanship with the speed gun.
He was 23. Alexander was like 40.
And he didn't throw very hard.
No. But I tell you what, when they posted it, it was like a magnet. This is hit out into right center field. McCutchen is going after it, but it's Duggar who makes the catch. What a great play by Duggar. As Peralta can't believe it. Somebody tell Peralta he can sit down.
Yeah, he can't believe it. He was looking right at it as he rounded first. I mean, at the very last instant, Steven Duggar dips down and he catches it right. It's a snow cone. How he holds on to this at the tip of his glove, I don't know. And that was almost a major collision. And through it all, he gathers it in. And Peralta denied extra bases. Look at the tip of the glove.
And he took his eye off the ball for fear of running into McCutchen, and he still managed to catch it. Great play.
Now you got an outfield full of center fielders. And that's where you run into collision, gappers. The very last instant, McCutchen peels off, and that's the only thing that avoided a collision. Duggar takes his eye off the ball and just lets his hands do the thinking.
Two and one to Escobar. He's got a hit in 3 at bats. He's scored a run. No swing. 3 and 1. Out of play down the left field line. Nice crowd tonight, 38,093. It was quite a spectacle before the game. They had an old timers game. I haven't seen an old timers game, I'll bet, in 15 years. And it was really one of the first old timers games we've seen where they actually played and it looked like they were playing to win. Our old timers games years ago, they let Willie Mays hit every inning.
Well, why wouldn't you?
This is skied out to left. And that'll end the inning. Great catch by Duggar here to highlight this 6th inning. Takes his eye off it. Oh! And he puts it away. 7th inning coming up. Toyota dealer. Another 5-run first inning for the D-backs. Basically all you have to say. Giants have tried to crawl back on home runs by McCutchen and Duggar, but 5 runs in the first and then 3 in the 5th. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
Brad Ziegler, the new pitchers now for the D-backs. The Summerweenie guy, you're going to get a sinker, flat slider, and a changeup.
And that's what McCutchen's been trying to do, and he finally pulls it off as he runs it right through the shift.
Yeah, that's a 4-hit night for McCutchen. And they set the defense. They open up the right side. I mean, that's straightaway second base if you leave the defense alone. But nice bat control.
Here's Gorkis Hernandez, who doubled in the 4th. On the ground towards the hole, but Ahmed's there. They get 1 and they get 2.
Well, that's a Brad Ziegler special right there. And the beauty of throwing from below the sidearm deliveries, you're going to get sink. And sink gets ground balls.
Well, here's Longoria. And he takes low. Tap foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Up the middle. Diving is Ahmed. He can't come up with it. It'll be the second hit of the afternoon for Longoria, bringing Crawford to the plate. And Torey Lavella's coming out.
Well, which means pitching change. It's going to be Jake Diekman, the newly acquired left-hander for the Texas Rangers.
So Ziegler will depart. Diekman will come in. It's 8-2 D-backs.
Go Giants into your X1 voice remote. Get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
(8-2). Diekman comes in. Pitched a third of an inning on Thursday. Gave up an unearned run. He walked 2, struck out 1. Guy was all over the place. Offered a high fly ball to left. It's starting to carry, but Peralta's there, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 7th coming up.
Is brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Bottom of the 7th, 8-2 D-backs. Here's Johnson to face Goldschmidt. And it's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Goldschmidt 1 for 2.
It's a good rally cap right there.
Yeah, that's not a good attitude.
I think he wears like that all the time.
I think you'll see him at the local coffee shop, and that's exactly how he wears it. I agree with you.
It's working.
Two balls and 1 strike. Up the middle and a base hit. And a leadoff single for Goldschmidt, and here's Pollock.
5 out of 7 innings, the D-backs have been able to get that leadoff hitter on base. I mean, that's just such a comfortable night in the dugout when your team does that.
Well, it's going to just make you think it's going to set the stage every inning. Pollock struck out in the 5th inning. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes.
It's a good breaking ball on a 1-0 count.
1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2.
Right above the hand. So the 2 strikes that Pierce Johnson has gotten the swing throughs with him, man, they're good pitches. Good 1-0 curveball that he followed up with a fastball right above the hands, mid-90s. He can go right back down and try and get him to dig one out of the dirt, or go back up above the hands.
In on the hands, 1 and 2.
When I was in Chicago, Billy Williams used to talk about the importance of backing up the fist fastball, where you go right at the hands a couple times. And he's saying that was a real effective pitch for guys pitching against him, who he was a Hall of Famer.
Sweet swinging Billy, come on.
But the point though is you can learn so many things about this game from so many different sources. If you're a pitcher, it's not always going to be a fellow pitcher or your pitching coach. You can learn from hitters. It's one thing you learn, especially if you're a starting pitcher. Sit next to hitters, talk about the game, talk about what they look for. At this level, chances are you might be playing against a guy 2 years down the road.
Two and 2.
Good pitch right there.
See Scott Geyer, the dark shirt, short sleeve shirt. He's a San Mateo kid. He's been here with the D-backs for as long as I can remember. But raised a huge Giants fan. Foul back.
Scott Geyer, he's the big man here. He's the vice president in charge of broadcasting. And
hey,
just San Mateo kid. He could pour him down.
Look at that. That thing was full before he started that one.
Yeah, he is one of the great guys in this great game.
God, I can't wait for him to see that. That's better than picking your nose as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, 10 times.
2 and 2. Down the right field line. McCutcheon a long run. Can he get there? He cannot, and it's foul. So it's 2 and 2. So Pollock has to come back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Down low. 3 and 2. And now timeout is called. Runner goes, swinging a foul. Souza's on deck. Souza's got a couple of extra base hits. This is the 11th pitch coming up to A.J. Pollock. Got him. Throw down to second. Double play.
Strike him out, throw him out. Tell you, Nick Hundley, the second half of the season, he's throwing as good as anybody. Break the ball, 3-2. Corner, get up, compact delivery. And Goldschmidt out by a bunch.
Here's Souza. Souza with a triple and a double and 3 RBIs in this game. And he takes a strike. Here's Johnson. Arrived at the hotel probably around 2:15. We were walking to the bus and he was pulling in a cab with Derek Law. Just off the plate, 1-2.
You know, guys never seem to be tired when they go from AAA to the big leagues. I mean, even if they are up all night trying to figure out a way to get here.
Yeah, it's the big leagues. Andrew McCutcheon put it away, and that'll end the inning. So we'll head to the 8th. So lots of work to do for the Giants.
MLB at bat is your #1 option, and then you get the Giants app. All you need to do is download the MLB at bat today. Check it out. Lots of goodies.
(8-2) D-backs. It's time for a change things speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts. It's Matt Andriese.
Take a look at the numbers for Andriese. Swingman. Getting a strikeout an inning, which is good stuff.
Here's Slater. 0 for 2 with a walk, 2 strikeouts.
And because he is a starter, he's got the 4 pitches you normally would see from a starter: fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Got a fastball that can go low to mid-90s. So he can do a lot of things for your staff. D-backs got him late July from Tampa.
Slings that one in there for a strike.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a sling, a little bit of deception to his delivery. So his mid-90s fastball is kind of sneaky.
Two and two. Panic on deck. Slater strikes out for the 3rd time. And here's Panic. Buchholz struck out 8. So that's 9 times the Giants have gone down here tonight. Panic doubled in the 2nd. He's 1 for 3. Here he looks at a strike. One ball and 1 strike. Left center field. Can somebody get there? Peralta does. 2 down.
Ball was working its way back towards Peralta coming out of left field.
Yeah, he's a good outfielder. Here's Hundley. Hundley 0 for 2. Had a walk in the 2nd. On the ground up the middle, but right there is Nick Ahmed. And then Grease is going to have a 1-2-3-8. It remains 8-2. area does live shows out in Willie Mays Plaza. Now next Tuesday against the Astros, you can receive a collector edition Barry and Bobby Bonds cheer card designed by local artist Jesse Hernandez, and it'll go to the first 500 fans. You'll also receive authentic fan sunglasses. It's afternoon baseball. Game time 12:45. Visit NBCSportsBayArea.com/SHT for more information.
That's a pretty cool poster right there.
I didn't see it. I was reading.
Bobby and Barry.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
Giants welcome back Derek Law. Numbers that he had for Sacramento in 28 games. I asked him, how you throwing? He goes, I'm throwing the ball well right now. I feel good. When he's right, you're going to see 4 pitches from a high 3/4 release. Right, almost over the top. Mid-90s fastballs, curveball, slider, and a changeup.
Ahmed's had a nice ball game. He's got 3 RBIs. Got a home run. He hit his 15th in the 5th. Right into the Diamondbacks bullpen. It's a good spot to aim for. 1-2.
Good breaking ball. Falling off the table.
On the ground, foul.
Conley saw that second curveball. He's going, hey, show me that again.
Hammered to left, and Ahmed's got another one. That's his second of the game.
Well, they kept coming back with breaking balls, and this one had a little hang in it. It laid up there in the strike zone. And Ahmed, who's having a career year with a long ball, just adds another. That was just a hanger. And it was loud.
Here's Marte, who homered in the 1st. And that at bat was going so well for Derek Law.
Yeah. All the pitches were quality until the hanger.
This is hit to Crawford. Grass cutter. 1 out.
But as hitters will remind you, it only takes one. And they can ruin your night.
Catcher, Jeff Mathis.
Here's Mathis, who's 1 for 3. Giants will face a left-hander tomorrow. It'll be Robbie Ray. Here's a strike to Mathis. Derek Holland, a couple of lefties. Against the Astros on Monday. For the Giants, it'll be Derek Rodriguez on Monday, Madison Bumgarner on Tuesday. The Astros have not announced who they are going to pitch. Garrett Cole is due to pitch tomorrow for the Astros. Verlander pitched last night.
I had heard rumors of Keuchel and Charlie Morton. Here you see what's happening right now in LA. Another pitching duel. They've had really good, close, hard-fought games. Great pitching in that series.
Nolan Ryan and J.R. Richards not scheduled to pitch.
It's a scary combination.
My goodness. Here's Avila. Alex Avila. So Avila steps up. And a first pitch ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Top of the order. Peralta on deck. 2-0. Houston now leading 3-0 in LA. Lost trying to throw a strike. And he can't. It's 3-0. Chris Stratton walked Avila yesterday in the first inning. He walked him with the bases loaded.
Well, he's got the Giants shirt on, but he's rooting for A.J. Pollock.
Loves A.J. Pollock. On the ground. Panic to Longoria to Slater, and that'll end the inning. Ahmed with the home run. 9th inning, 9-2 D-backs.
Game 4 of this 4-game series. 1 o'clock game, hour-long pregame show starts at noon. You'll see it right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Also streaming live on the NBC Sports app. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and NBCSportsBayArea.com.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
So the veteran left-hander Andrew Chafin coming in. Just got back from paternity leave with the birth of his first child. So congratulations, and take a look at what he has done. He's been very good. A 1.67 ERA, a 3-pitch guy, low to mid-90s fastball, slider changeup.
Here's Duggar, who takes a called strike. Duggar 1 for 3, a home run. Takes down low, 1 ball and 1 strike.
First big league home run.
Two balls and a strike. On the ground, other way. Escobar not in time. Duggar sniffing out a hit, and the hitter will be Darno.
Well, that would have been a heck of a play. I mean, Escobar had to go a long way to his left. He was playing way off the bag. He was in the 5.5 hole, that space between third base and shortstop. But he had so much momentum going towards second base, he just couldn't get off a throw in time. And Duggar's not going to give you a whole lot of time. See where he sets up prior to the play. I think he may have been a bit surprised at just how fast Duggar was.
Yeah, maybe also had a little tough time getting out of his glove. Here's Darno, doesn't waste any time as he comes out swinging, and it's 0-1. Down the line, that's going to slice foul. It's 0-2. Got him.
High fastball across the letters at 93. See the high target there wanted from Jeff Mathis, the catcher. And Chafee gives it right to the glove.
Here's McCutcheon, who's got a shot for a 5-hit afternoon. He's got a home run and 3 singles. Pitch strike.
5 for 5s are rare.
Foul along the left field line.
Had a good sound to it. Boy Scouts are here. Get a ball, you get a merit badge. At least you should.
McCutcheon into left center field, and there's his 5th hit. And as fast as Duggar can run, he's going to score easily, and it's 9-3. And McCutcheon's 5 for 5.
Have a night. Third time in his career he's 5 for 5. Not his best night. He had a 6-hit night against the Dodgers this April. There's a challenge fastball at 95, but when you're going good, you always get good pitches to hit. But to his credit, he ain't missing them.
Here's Gorkis Hernandez. And Gorkis looks at a strike.
I mean, this deep into the season, it's not easy to raise your batting average by 10 points.
It is not.
And that's exactly what McCutchen has done tonight. Came into this game hitting 254. With that swing of the bat, now hitting 264.
One and two. Stays at 1-2. Astros are now leading 5-0 in Los Angeles. If that score stays the same, or if the Astros win that game, and this game looks like it's going the D-backs way, the D-backs will be in first place alone. Got him. So here's Longoria. He's looking for a 3-hit night. No balls and one strike to Longoria. Out of play, 1-2. Yep, he's still hanging in there, but he did switch around the cap.
Yeah, I need to party with that guy.
Out of play again.
Die hard.
Keep fighting. Absolutely.
Evan Longoria is not the kind of guy that phones in any at bat either.
And the 2-2. And that's the ball game. So the Giants now look forward to tomorrow to see if they can come up with a win to split this 4-game series. And another night, Mike, where A young pitcher got the Giants down early.
Well, and you're down 5-0 on the road to a team that is feeling pretty good about themselves offensively. You're in for a tough night. So the Giants lick their wounds, regroup, and come back tomorrow and try and even up this series. Right now, the starting pitching really has to dig a little deeper and give this team a chance to swing the bats when they're not underwater and down 5.
Final score here at Chase Field. It's the D-backs 9 and the Giants 3. Thanks for joining.